Hello, everybody, and welcome back for the TV show Twist. What we're going to be doing in this video is explaining a different way to use the same model to target different types of people that are also very passionate about what they're voting for. We're going to use the same hook, the same offers, and by the way, you can reuse offers this way. So if you use 3 or 4 offers for your football games, your baseball games, your basketball games, you can take those offers and reuse them with this model, okay? We're going to use the same marketing material, and it's going to be the same process from start to finish. The only thing that's going to change is the event. People don't really come together when we're talking about this method. They're just all over the place. They can be found literally anywhere. What you need to do, though, is you need to concentrate on where people gather. And great examples of that would be places like shopping malls, shopping centers, movies, supermarkets, places like that. So what is the TV show Twist? Well, it's any call-in to vote show. Call-in to vote show. People vote like crazy. My wife constantly sits on the couch after American Idol is over and votes for hours upon hours for the person that she wants to win. They're really passionate about it, and they really care about the outcome of the show. The offers, you need to change them every day. Especially if you're going to be really pushing this hard, you need to change them every day. There's one stipulation, though, with this program. You must put on your cards and your website that the user can only vote once per day. They can't do it more than once a day. And the reason why we don't want that to happen is because we don't want the same person converting on the same offer. Okay, and if we switch them every day, we'll be able to convert that one person on multiple offers, which is fine. But we don't want to convert them on the same offer over and over again. Okay, we want to convert them over and over again on different offers. If they vote more than once per day, and this is something that should go on your site, and we're actually going to build the site together at the end of this video, they will forfeit their chance of winning if they vote more than one time per day. All of the votes are tracked. Again, these are just disclaimers that I put on the sites to keep people from voting more than one time. Now, here are some example shows that you can use to promote these offers. And just a side note, you must watch the shows in order to do this, because you have to know who the contestants are and who's involved in the show. If you don't know who the contestants are, there's no way for you to create your marketing material and create your website. So you need to know who the contestants are. You don't have to necessarily sit down and watch the shows, but you have to have an idea of who the contestants are. I'm sure there's ways to find that out on the internet or through Google or something like that. That's fine, but you need to know who the contestants are one way or the other. Example shows: American Idol, which is starting very soon. I believe it's in the beginning of January. Dancing with the Stars. Skating with the Stars, which is a brand new one. So You Think You Can Dance. And there's always one running. All the time there's one of these dance or singing competition shows going on all the time that allow the viewers to call in and vote. These shows get millions and millions and millions of viewers every time they're on. All of those people are potential conversions for you. So here's the process. What we're going to do is we're going to first create the site, which is going to be done at the end of this video. We're going to do it together. Next, we're going to print the materials. Now, all of the stuff is the same that we're going to be using. The only difference is, instead of 2 teams facing off against each other, we're going to have 6, 10, 4, 2, a whole bunch of different number of contestants, depending on how long the show has been going on, right? American Idol, when it first starts, has a whole bunch of contestants. I don't know the exact number. And towards the end, it gets less and less and less. So you're going to have more contestants or more choices in the beginning, and it's going to scale down as the show progresses. But all of the materials are going to be the same. The only thing we're going to do is add stuff to it. Send employees to the mall or other crowded place, or you can do it yourself. That's up to you. But again, the goal of this is to start a business. A business requires employees or outsourcers, whatever you want to call them, that's fine. But the goal of this is for you to learn the process so that you can hire others to do the process for you. Okay, so you want to send employees, or you can go yourself to the mall or other crowded place, hand out the cards, just like we did at the football game or the basketball game or the hockey game. Same thing. We want to hand out the cards to the people that are in the place. And the next step is just simply make money. The conversions will start going in the second the cards start going out. Okay? So now let's go on to building the actual website. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually open up the website software that we use to build our sites here. And I'm going to make the site right in front of you. Now, just a word of caution. I am not an expert at doing any of this stuff. And I've said that a few times throughout these videos. I am not a technological person at all. None of my businesses even have websites. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. All of the sites are built for me. And that's why I gave you my basic template so that you can go in and change everything around. Now the next step in this video, when I actually go in and start building the site, you'll be able to use the steps that I show you in that video so that you can go in and edit the site for yourself. You can change the teams around, you can do the TV show thing, or you can do the sporting thing. It's very simple to do. Once you watch me do it, and you actually see it happen in real time, you're not going to have a problem doing it whatsoever. Okay? So, if you don't have an HTML editor, the one that I suggest you use, which is the one that I'm going to be using, is called Composer. And the reason why I suggest you use that is because it's very easy to use, and even better, it's completely free. So go online and Google Composer, Kompozer, just like it's spelled on the screen in front of you, and download it for free if you haven't done so already. I'll be back in a couple seconds and we'll get started building the site. Okay, welcome back. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to build the site together. I'm going to show you how to edit all the stuff in here so that you can go and make it whatever you want to make it. Okay? So this is the exact template that you received with the course. Okay? So what we're going to do first is I'm just going to show you how simple it is to change the team names. Okay? All you have to do is open up the file into Composer. And if you don't have it, you should download it. Highlight the team name that you want to change and type in a new one. Okay? Then save it, and that's it. All right? Now let's go into changing the links, because again, remember we said we have to change our offers all the time. So what we're going to do to change the link is we're going to click on the Submit button, go up to where it says Link, and just for example purposes, I have Google in there, but this will work with any link, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to change that to Yahoo. Now when someone clicks on the Submit button, they're going to go ahead and go to Yahoo instead of Google. Okay? That's how that works. Now let's go into the TV thing and how we change this basic site around to reflect our TV twist. Okay? All we have to do is this. You want to click right next to where it says Cowboys, right in here, and you want to see these three little boxes. Okay? I don't know what this is called. I don't know anything about this stuff, but this is the way that I do it. If you're an expert web designer, I'm sure there's a better, quicker, faster way to do this, but This is the way that I do it. It's the only way that I know how, and it's very easy and it works. So what I do is I like to just make sure this is all selected, and then I go all the way down to the bottom here where it says source, right there. Click it. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that pops up. Okay. What I want to look for is where it says table, which is right here. Okay. Now, there's a couple of different tables in this website. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm picking the right one. Now, how do we know that? Well, the way that we know that is right below where it says table, in the next paragraph right down here, it should say Cowboys, okay, or the team name that you chose. And then it should say somewhere in here, let's take a look for the other team, Packers, right there, okay? It's that simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to click right before where it says table, and we're going to highlight, just drag your mouse down to the next table, which is right there. Okay, so we want to go from this one to this one. Okay, just like this. Drag it down. And then you're going to just delete it. You're going to get it out of there. Okay, then we're going to go back to where it says design. And we're going to open up the designer. We're going to click right above the submit button. Okay, and you'll see your cursor flashing there in the middle. We're going to go up to where it says table, not this table, but we're going to go up to where it says this table here. Okay, I'm going to select insert, then table. Now here is where it could get a little tricky, because this is where you have to know exactly how many contestants are in the show. See, if there are 6 contestants in the show, I will do 3 across and 2 down. If there's 8 contestants in the show, I'll do 4 across, 2 down. Okay? If there's 9 contestants in the show, maybe I'll do 3 and 3. Okay, so for this example, let's just do 3 and 3. We'll do 6 contestants for a total of 6 boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drag my mouse across 3 boxes and then down 1 row. Click the mouse and the table will automatically be inserted in the website. Now there is one thing that I forgot to do. So what I have to do is I have to undo all of this, what I just did. And there's one step that I missed, and this is pretty important, okay? You see this little button underneath here? This is where they actually go to select the team that they want to choose. So what we want to do is, before we delete anything, what we want to do is we want to go to this button and we want to copy it. Now the way that you copy it is you click the Control button on your keyboard and you press the C button at the same time. So make sure it's selected and then hit Control C to copy it. Okay. Now I'm just going to redo this so we get back to the same spot. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select all of the boxes. All you have to do is click your mouse in the first box, drag it across, drag it down. And then I'm going to go up to this little button right here, which is going to center our text. Okay, so click that down, and I'm going to click in the box. Now, all I want to do here is type out the names of the contestants. So we're just going to make names up. The first name that comes to mind is Karen. I'm going to hit the Enter button, and then I'm going to click Control V. Okay. Michael, Enter, Control V. Jim, Enter, Control V. Now you see what I'm doing? All I'm doing here is I'm typing in the names and I'm pasting that little button back into the box. Stacy, Control V. Jenna, enter, Control V. And Kelly, enter, Control V. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all the boxes again, and I'm going to hit this A with the arrow facing up 3 times. That's how it's going to look. Okay? Pick the winner, get it right, you could win a free iPad. Karen, Michael, Jim, Stacy, Jenna, Kelly, submit, and that will lead to the CPA offer where they put their email address in and they have a chance to win the prize. Now what we're going to do here, right where it says, we don't use point spreads. Pick who you think will win and then click the submit button. Since that only really has to do with sporting events, we're going to take that out and we're going to put only 1 vote per day per person. Votes are tracked. Voting multiple times per day will forfeit your chances of winning. And then just for good measure, so it sticks out, I'm going to make that in red font. Okay. Now there's one more thing that you want to do here at the bottom. Right after where it says 1 winner per household. We are not affiliated with any shows or contestants. That is something that came directly from the CPA networks, and that is something that we have to put in there. So make sure you put, we are not affiliated with any of the shows or contestants. Okay? And make sure you put this in there as well. That is something that came from the networks as well. The person cannot vote over and over again on the same offer. Okay? And that is it. Save the site, file, save, load it up to your web hosting account, and you're good to go.